So tell me about the animations because I mean, that's kind of your background though, right? Is more design and like doing that stuff day in and day out. So it's probably like no big deal for you but for me it's just like, damn, that looks so pro and cool. Like, can you tell us a little bit about like making those?
Apps, I would love to. I would love to. I use the CAD program that I use is a programming language called OpenSCAD, OpenSCAD, and I'm some kind of software engineer, so I tend to think in code.
Mhm.
And I have a background in making websites, literally writing the code that says this website should look like this. As you resize your window, it looks like it does all this stuff, writing animation code, blah blah blah. In college, I did a lot of like Flash animation stuff when that was cool. Um,
Nice. Yes. I
uh,
want to see some of your old Flash animation stuff.
it's not the best. Yeah, that harkens back, doesn't it?
Kittens era, man.
Exactly right. Badger, badger, badger.
Yes.
We're old.
We're so
Um,
old. We're crossing over though. We're so old, we're cool.
okay,
That's what I
all
keep
right.
telling myself.
Okay, yeah, no, that's all right. So I like animation. I watch a lot of cartoons. Great. And OpenSCAD isn't really designed for animations, but you can do them in it.
Is it more of a mechanical CAD package? I don't know anything
Yeah.
about OpenSCAD. Okay.
Yeah, it's really made for like making gears and stuff like this. It's definitely not it's not like Blender, like you're not going to be doing any character animation in it
Right.
because everything is mathematical. You know what I mean? Like
Right. It's mechanical design and everything's dimensional kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 fully parametric.
Yep.
So, right, like if you're animating an arm, you can talk about like the angle of this and stuff like this, but to do a full walk cycle would just be like,
Yeah.
trying to write an algorithm for nature or something. It would not work out. But it is very good at doing stuff like, I don't know, an enclosure kind of opening and closing, or like the parts of this thing like kind of flaying out and doing weird stuff. It seems superfluous, and a lot of it is, admittedly, but I use it a lot for checking to see that things work the way that I expect them to.
Mm.
So in CAD, there's an idea called like a CAD explosion, where you take all the stuff and you kind of like tear the sandwich apart, so
Mhm.
that way you can see how like the layers go back together. And I'll do that with my stuff too. Like I will animate I have the APC, for example, its enclosure slides together. And
Yeah.
so when I was writing that code, I animated how it slides so I can kind of watch what it looks like. So it's sort of like my visual test to see if it does what I think, because
Nice.
OpenSCAD doesn't have like collision detection. It's not like a fully featured CAD thing. It kind of relies on the programmer to do that kind of checking. It's a little bit naive,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
so I use animation for that. I also just like it. I'm not sure if it's a good marketing ploy. I'm not sure if people have found me through my animations and then bought my products, but I really enjoy it.
Well, I think that they definitely add like a level of professionality. Is
Mm.
that professionalism?
Profe-
Is
pro-
professionality a word? Professionalism, I think, is a word, to the product. Like it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh, and I was going to say, because OpenSCAD is a programming language, it's very easy to, when you're animating, if you ever draw a flip book, you're basically drawing like 100 things, right? And with code, you could just write a little script that's like, okay, here are the values that I want it to be, or like I want a range between 0 and 100, or it's going to loop, or 0 to
Mhm.
360, and then it does this thing. And it's very easy and gratifying to like suddenly spit out hundreds of images and then have a little script that like pumps out a GIF and an MP4 and this kind of stuff.
That's super cool. Yeah, that's interesting that you do it all in code and that there's no, I don't know, like video or flight paths or those kind of things, right? It's
Yeah,
just all mechanical model manipulation, like rotate it 30 degrees, zoom out, zoom
yeah,
in, explode apart in these directions kind of
yeah.
commands. Cause like I, from my background and my perspective, I can relate to that more. I relate to that kind of like you have this object and you're manipulating it in your hand.
Right.
I that kind of CAD makes more sense for my brain than the like you are the camera and you're going around the thing. You're moving in this path around the thing.
I know what you're talking about. Yep, totally.